Alright guys, Carter Goes Fishing, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to store some Huddlestons. When you're storing them, you may not want your tails to get all bent up for just putting them in a box or whatever, get them all folded up. So I'm going to show you guys how to keep your Huddlestons from getting folded up. I have two Huddlestons that I'm showing. I have the Huddleston Deluxe 68 Special, and I have the Huddleston Bluegill, and I'm just going to show you guys how to store both of those swim baits. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the things you're going to need to store the Huddleston Deluxe 68 Special are a gallon-sized Ziploc bag and a paper towel. And you're also going to need some scissors. And I'm going to show you guys how I store my Huddleston. So what I do with the Huddleston is I like to take it and put it in the gallon-sized bag, similar to how it comes. But one thing is though, when I lay it on top of all my other lures or whatever I'm going to put in there with, the tail is still bent. So I've made this little contraption here out of a paper towel, and I'm going to show you guys how to make this. And all this is for, as you slip it on right there, and it just keeps the tail from folding down like that. So all you're going to do, you're going to take the paper towel, just fold it up like this, and you're going to want to fold it to the thickness of this part of the tail right there. So that's about right. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it from here now and fold it in half like that, so that it's bunched up like that. And one thing that you can do with it is see how it fits on there and how it's sticking up farther right there. You can take your scissors and just cut the top parts of it off like that. So that is how that works with the tail. And the reason I use a paper towel is because the paper towel is more kind of like foamy, and it'll hold its shape better and keep the tail straighter. So to store it, I'm going to put it in the bag. I'm going to take the Huddleston like this, making sure that that paper towel stays on the tail correctly. I'm going to slide it all the way down to the bottom of the bag. And if you're going to put it in the way that I am right now, which is belly down, then make sure not to put those fins all the way up against these fins right here. I'm not sure if you guys see that. Make sure not to put those all the way against the bottom. Make sure you get it all lined up correctly, like so. And I'm going to take the bag now and just push the air out of the bag. I'm going to get as much air out of this bag as I can. And the reason for that is because when you are storing the Huddleston, you want it to take up the least amount of space in your boxes. So all I'm going to do from here now is leave this unzipped a little bit, but zip it up about halfway just so that any excess air can come out. I'm going to take the Huddleston and I'm just going to roll it over on itself, but not super tight to where it's going to crush the tail or anything. Making sure that that paper towel stays in place still, and just roll it up just like that. And there you go. That will keep your Huddleston protected from anything in your box. Also, say you put in there with like some hard bait or something, they're not going to be hitting it as much and maybe taking chunks out of it. But what I do is I take a box like this, and this is the box that I normally have a bunch of my bigger like swim baits and bigger flukes and stuff in there. I'm just going to take it, I'm going to set this on top of all the other stuff, so this is up on top in the box, so I don't have stuff piled up on top of it still. And just set it in there just like that, and that keeps the Huddleston from the tail from getting all bent up and ruining the swim bait. It is still usable if the tail's bent, but it just has a better action if it's not bent. So now how to store the Huddleston Bluegill. This bluegill is a little bit different. Things you're going to need for this are a couple pieces of this foam core board, cut to, I'll show you how big you need to cut them in a second here. You're going to need a sandwich size Ziploc bag, and you're also going to need one of these boxes. I prefer this tackle box because it's got this space right here that fits perfectly for the Huddleston to fit right in there. And all I'm going to do with this is this box, I'm going to take the foam core board and cut it so that it fits inside of this little compartment right there. and I already have a piece in the bottom, and you need 2 pieces for this, like I said, that are cut at the same length and width, just to slide it down in there. I'm going to put 1 in the bottom, and then I'm going to take my Huddleston right here. I'm going to take this Ziploc bag, put the Huddleston on top of the Ziploc bag, and just see just a little bit past where that bottom fin is. And I'm going to take the Ziploc bag and just cut it in half. The reason I cut this one in half is just because it makes it easier to fit in that compartment, and I don't have an issue where the fins are getting bunched up because the bag is pushing on them. So now I've got this little part of the bag with the, let me get it. So now I've got this bag with the fold up on top, and I'm going to take my scissors again, and I'm going to see about how long that Huddleston is compared to the bag. I'm going to cut a little bit off the end of that bag also, just to help keep the fins from getting smashed up. And it's also going to be a lot easier for storing. And the reason I put these in a Ziploc bag is just to keep stuff from getting on them and like mud and stuff sticking to them, like if you're throwing other lures in there or grass or anything, if you're throwing more lures in there. And I'm going to take the Huddleston like this. I'm going to slide it nose first, putting the nose of the bait right into the corner of that bag, just like that. And that bag just completely covers the Huddleston. Again, making sure you do not fold up those fins in the bag. And next I'm going to take my tackle box, just like this. I already have that piece of foam core in there, and these pieces of the foam core board are crucial. You don't have to use foam core board necessarily. You can use cardboard or something other than that. But these are crucial because when the bait is sitting in the box, it keeps it from sliding forward. If you slide the box down in your bag like this, it'll keep the whole Huddleston from sliding down and getting all bunched up. So I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Huddleston, I'm going to slide it nose right into the corner of the box, making sure nothing is getting crushed. And this one does not have the issue with the tail getting bent as much as the other Huddleston, the 68 Special, because this tail is a smaller size tail than the 68 Special, because the 68 Special has the larger size tail. But you can also do the exact same thing that I just showed you using this piece. You can make another smaller one that's about half the size of this and put it around the tail also. But I have found it's not necessary for this swim bait. Lastly, I'm going to take another piece of the foam core board. I'm going to gently set it on top of this Huddleston, and I'm going to close my box, and you're good to go with that one. And now your Huddleston cannot get all bunched up in the box like that. So that is it for this one. Alright guys, hopefully you found this tip helpful on how to store your Huddlestons in your boxes, just to save you some money when you're out there in the water, and to keep your swim baits from getting all bunched up and getting the tails messed up. So thanks for watching guys, and don't forget to subscribe.